Princess Diana's legacy was, quite simply, one of love and compassion, and yesterday those brave carriers of that legacy, Princes William and Harry, bored proudly outside the gates of Kensington Palace, reading cards, chatting to well-wishers and reminiscing over pictures of their mother. They showed themselves as the open-hearted, emotionally mature young men they are, and showed once again just how much they are their mother's sons. She may not have been physically with them for 20 long years now, but clearly she guides their every moment. William and Harry, along with Kate, have committed themselves to causes such as mental health and homelessness, which may not be the most glamorous, but they were reared on their mother's belief that royals should give a voice to those otherwise unheard. William and Harry have also spoken in recent weeks with raw emotion about the impact of their mother's death. They have discussed feelings, things which never officially existed in royal circles before Diana came along. Diana changed the royal family, because we can forget that, before Diana, our royal family was all uptight, upper lip and buttoned up. Diana burst into it like a beautiful, wildflower. She broke rules and protocol, she broke hearts, and with a mix of superstardom, compassion and vulnerability, she won the heart of a nation in a way no royal had ever done before. She was the most famous woman on the planet, and yet you could believe she was a bit like the rest of us too, with the same insecurities and feelings. When Diana joined royal life, everything changed. When she died, nothing was the same again. Diana changed the country. The 7 days after her death in the early hours of August 31, 1997, altered Britain forever. 20 years ago today we woke to the news she was dead. Anyone alive that day remembers exactly where they were when they heard it. Anyone who wasn't alive will struggle to understand the brute force with which the news struck the country. Nothing has caused such an immediate and deep blow to our national psyche, nor been so threatening to our monarchy. In the following week, the Queen's authority hung precariously above a bewildered and angry public. The communicative, empathetic royal family we see today, and the closeness of William and Harry to the public, is the direct result of what happened that week. The first sensation which swept Britain that Sunday was shock. We couldn't believe the reports from the Pont de l'Alma tunnel in Paris. We had all seen pictures of Diana over the previous weeks looking happy on holiday with new lover Dodi Fayed. She was 36, just 1 year back into life as a single woman after divorce. She was dedicated to her charity work and was no longer going to be silenced. She seemed so vital, so utterly alive. And so the mourners who shuffled up to Kensington Palace that first sunny Sunday afternoon, gripping carnations and pictures of Diana torn from magazines, all said the same thing to the waiting reporters: "We can't believe it, it's too much to believe." And, why? There were queues for Sunday newspapers which had scrambled the story into their final editions, radio stations played somber music, TV channels repeated news bulletins, a nation in shock craved direction and consolation. Yet from the beginning it was in short supply. From Balmoral, where the royals were spending their annual summer holiday, Diana wasn't even mentioned by name in the first official statement issued by Buckingham Palace. It fell to Tony Blair, just 3 months into the job as Prime Minister, to speak for the nation. His People's Princess speech encapsulated everything, and gave a focal point for national mourning. Many highbrow commentators still sneer at the outpouring, that somehow we lost control of our societal senses in a fit of very un-British emotional incontinence. But Diana let the public into her life. We felt we knew her as a close friend. From across Britain ordinary people came to pay their respects. The carpet of flowers spread more than 50 feet beyond the gates of Kensington Palace. Florists ran out of flowers. Families queued for 12 hours to sign the official book of condolence. By the Monday, the palace announced there would be a unique funeral for a unique person, but still the royals refused to return to London, or to drop the Union Jack above Buckingham Palace to half-mast, like almost every public building in the country. By Wednesday, fury had bubbled over into unrest. Thursday's Mirror bore the front-page headline, "Your people are suffering, speak to us, ma'am." William and Harry have said in recent weeks they found the national grief bewildering. The royals finally agreed to drop the flag, and the Queen looked visibly moved when she visited floral tributes on her return to London. Anger dissipated, and the emotion in the run-up to the funeral that following Saturday was simply sadness. Diana really had gone. The fairy tale was over. And yet how remarkable that 20 years later there has been such a huge interest in this anniversary, and how wonderful still that this has been driven by the sons she loved so much. They've done their mum proud, and while they live out the values Diana grew in them, her spirit will never fade.